Today's show is brought to you by the official Super Best Friends video game Sleepover Patreon at patreon.com/SBFVGS. Welcome to Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, episode 100! Woo!
We made it! 100 episodes. It was a good run, everyone. We're shutting it down. Thank you. I was lying.
You're listening to the number one video game podcast on the internet that features my best friends. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Redding. Joining me is Mike, the Platinum Poseidon Lopez.
Oh. I need some water with that.
And David, the Compositator Tate.
Whoa! Literally no one has ever said that about my name before. At least not at work. Maybe in the Discord. But hey, Adam, thank you for that introduction. Adam, 100 episode boy, Redding.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe
it.
And
I'm loving it. I'm happy to be here. 100 episodes.
I'm loving it like McDonald's. I'm loving it. Or
no, they're not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor.
Not yet.
There's a sheep. A sheep has gotten into the studio here.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on. So the Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover podcast comes to you every fortnight, with each of us coming to the table to discuss one burning topic from the world of gaming. Mm-hmm. But first, what are you gentlemen playing at?
I would like to go first on this very special video episode. By the way, first let me mention, this is a video episode. If you're listening to this and you're like, I'd rather be watching this.
No one's ever said that.
No, they have though, Mike. That's the thing. They've said it quite a bit, actually. So head on over to our YouTube. It's youtube.com/SBFVGS. You can watch it if you'd rather. Or you can listen, whatever floats your boat,
Yeah, get crazy.
Yeah, so what I've been playing this week, let's see. I've been playing Octopath Traveler.
Ooh,
pick that up on
what are you thinking
Switch.
about that?
I like it. I've only played 30 minutes, so...
Okay, all right.
It's cool. It's exactly what I was expecting it to be, which is, like an old school Super Nintendo RPG, but with like some modern... additions to it.
All right.
Very cool. I like it. Also, I have been playing Destiny 2. I can't stop myself. I'm a mess.
He's an addict.
And I beat Detroit Become Human.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so I'm ready to give that a pizza rating.
Nice.
Excellent.
Let's hear it.
Excellent.
I would like to give that game 4 out of 5 pizzas.
Okay.
Very good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm bumping it up to 5 out of 5 pizzas.
Whoa, a perfect score, he says.
I was thinking about
unprecedented.
Yeah, I thought
right
about
here
it.
on the show.
Right here on the show, 5 out of 5 pizzas. I love David Cage games, first of all.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Second of all, is that a word? Is that even a phrase? Second of all? Anyway,
yeah,
secondly, right. Okay, so I was streaming the game, right? And right after I finished beating Detroit Become Human, I went back and played like the first 30 minutes of Heavy Rain on stream. And I was like, the production quality in Detroit is like 1,000 billion times better than in Heavy Rain.
It's pretty nuts.
And what's funny though is it matched what was in my memory for Heavy Rain. So after going back and playing Heavy Rain, now I see like how this was just his team Quantic Dream firing on all cylinders. Like, it's good. The story's cool. I might play through it again. I made a couple dumb. One thing I did as a joke, I killed a character as a joke.
Is that a joke?
And then I thought I was going to be able to go back and fix it. I know.
How could you?
I thought I was going to go back and be able to fix it, but then I would have had to replay an entire like really long chapter, so I didn't. So anyway, I'll probably do it again and try to get the best ending possible. And then I also play, Adam, you're going to have to help me out remembering this. I played a PSVR game.
You played...
What was it called? You helped me get this working.
Am I supposed to just guess?
No, you should know. You helped me get...
Oh, I should know. You streamed it, right?
I streamed it, yes.
Oh, my goodness. It was it was that puzzle game,
Salaryman Escape. There it is. I had to look it up too. That was the part of the show where we Google things, ladies
It
and
made an
gentlemen.
impression. I take it.
What was it?
I did not Google. That was all up here.
Oh, okay. I Googled. It was pretty good. It was good. My setup was not great that night. I had to I was in this tiny little room, and you can't see it now, but there's a green screen behind me. And
What?
oh yeah, there is. I promise, guys. There really is, and there's one behind you guys too. We're not in the same room, guys. I'm breaking the illusion.
Yes.
We're not actually in the same room.
You just blew everyone's mind.
I hope so. I hope this looks so real that you can't even fathom how we're not all in the same room. But so anyway, I was right up against my green screen, and I could just barely interact with my controller. So the puzzles are cool. I feel like it got a little bit repetitive toward the end of my play session, and after an hour and a half, 2 hours of playing it, I was like, yeah, I'm good. That was fun, but I'm good. And I haven't touched it since. So
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of I bet the elevator pitch for this game was Jenga in PSVR. That's the kind of vibe.
It did seem like it's like Jenga, but you're removing obstacles. So this little dude with the briefcase can run through the maze.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's good times.
yeah, it was good. But yeah, anyway, that's what I've been playing. I guess I'd give it I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 pizzas. Because it was fun. It's
Fun
nice to
times,
have
yeah.
a new thing to play on my PSVR, but not the best PSVR game I've ever played. So yeah, and that's what I've been playing. That's that.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna drink some
What about
water
you,
now.
Mike?
So I finally finished the Game of the Year edition for Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's super cool. So I got to play all the DLC, Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine. Wow. Really amazing. Totally
And
worth
that's a
going through that game again.
That's a commitment, Mike.
And here's how much
Big
time I
time.
reinvested. I did not race through that content, even though I've
Right.
already beaten The Witcher 3 before. So I think my first time around, I beat The Witcher 3. I was level 20 something. And I spent a little over 100 hours playing that game. This time around, I beat the game. I didn't check my time when I beat it, but I was level 51 this time. So do your own math.
What?
It was
How?
it
How
was
on
really good.
earth did you do that?
That game's amazing. I really love The Witcher. I hope that series continues to come back after CD Projekt Red's done with Cyberpunk. So that really hasn't allowed me to play much else. Although I have been still playing Absolver.
Hold on though. You gotta tell about going back and doing the end game stuff at level 51.
It's like a cakewalk at that point, right? The funniest thing about playing the end of The Witcher 3 at level 51 is that you'll enter into these cutscenes where it's very clear you're supposed to have slogged through, you're tired, you're barely pushing through, it's gonna be a tough fight, and then you cut everyone down in a single hit, and then it shoots to the next cutscene, which will show you fighting a cutscene as if it were even close to being evenly matched. It's very fun.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun. So, but beyond that, I've been playing Absolver, which is not a large game, but I absolutely adore the combat in Absolver. I think it's a really, really fun game.
Nice.
I think there's some DLC coming out for that pretty soon.
Yeah,
free DLC.
we had we actually had a submission on our subreddit, which I think we should just talk about right now.
Let's do it.
They're releasing some new content. Let's see. It was marked as just for Mike.
Just for Mike. Yeah.
It was submitted by Ultima Kills.
Yeah.
And they're
Absolver Downfall content update.
Yeah, they're adding
the Downfall expansion.
Some more gameplay, new combat style.
Yep.
Some new challenges, some new equipment. So yeah. Also, I guess
sweet.
Are they going to be adding more DLC in addition to that?
I don't know. It's a very small team, I think, that made that game. So I think they take it one step at a time.
Okay.
But I don't know. I like that game. I think it's really, really cool. So if you haven't picked it up on this month's PlayStation Plus, be sure to grab it. I think it's worth checking out.
Now, Mike, did you pay for this or was it free for you?
No, I had been looking at it for a while and I just had never picked it up, and then it came free for the July games for PlayStation Plus. So that's where I grabbed it. And
okay,
yeah, really glad I did it. I've invested way more hours than I ever thought I would.
Yeah. Now I remember asking in our Discord. It kind of feels like a tech demo for a not finished game.
In a way, I think that's kind of a fair assessment.
Like, especially in terms of like the story and the campaign, right?
Yeah, like there's a lot of cutscenes with no dialogue, and there's a few characters in the game where it has text dialogue, and it sort of
just for them.
What's that?
Just for them, just for those particular characters.
Just for those particular characters. There's very few NPCs that are actually in the game. So you get a little bit of a story. It's very easy to play that whole game and really not have a clue as to what it's about or what's going on, other than there's like sweet kung fu in it. And I think that's fine.
Kung fu is pretty sweet in their defense. Yeah.
So I check it out. It's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Sweet. So I had the house to myself last week.
Whoa.
And I was doing all manner of video game. Yeah, batching it up, eating pizza, playing the games. But yeah, so, and I actually watched a couple of cool movies. Annihilation, which is most excellent. That one, it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
I've heard the ending kind of goes a little bit off the rails a bit.
Yeah, I didn't love the very end. I was like, oh. But the rest of the movie is fantastic. And then A Quiet Place, which is excellent as well.
So good. I really like that movie a lot.
A Quiet Place is excellent. It's like it's a scary movie, but it's got a lot of heart, surprising amount of heart to it, which was excellent.
They really make you care about the characters, which, I mean, that's like essential in horror movies anyway. So
yeah, because otherwise it's like, oh, this guy died. You don't care. You don't care. Yeah. But anyway, so watch those. That's what I was playing a bit. But mostly what I was playing was that God of War.
That God of War? Have you beaten it yet?
My goodness.
Very good.
I beat it.
Woo!
I beat the game.
It's about dang time, Adam.
It was glorious. Okay, so I got to gush about God of War for a minute.
Gush away. It's a good game.
And I got to say, like, I've always enjoyed God of War games, but I've never beaten one before this one. I've never actually been so drawn in that I wanted to complete the whole game. I just had fun, slashing and hacking and like pulling eyeballs out, like everyone does.
Yeah. Everyone loves those
just
things.
for a little while, and then I would get a little tired of it and I'd move on. And I did that with each of the three main God of War games, and I didn't touch God of War Ascension or the PSP ones. So that's kind of the God of War fan that I was going in. Like, and I was honestly not that jazzed about basically the game. What was that?
So you weren't a good God of War fan, basically.
Yeah. Like I was honestly thinking, like, when the game was first announced and stuff, like, oh, that looks cool. It looks like a cool new spin on the game. You know, like, I don't know that I'll be into it, but
right.
And then it started getting all these rave reviews, right? And just like, oh my gosh.
From me and Mike, by the way, I want to point out, me and Mike loved this game.
We sure did.
Yeah.
But
well, yeah, everyone was raving. You guys start raving, and I'm like, okay, it must be good. So I got all excited. I picked it up. Got it for my birthday, actually.
Oh, okay.
And then, so I got to say, just as soon as you start playing, you realize this is such a beautiful game. It's ridiculous. Like the Santa Monica environment artists are just out of control. Even there would be little parts where you're just walking through a cave or something, and it's like a totally consequential part, but it's just like the most glorious cave floor you've ever seen. There's like snow, and the light is bathing the snow, and like and casting shadow. It's just like incredible.
The most incredible snow system I've ever seen. Like the way it deforms when you're walking in it. Like
when
insane.
You're walking up to the peak the first time.
Yeah,
like oh my gosh, like that is so gorgeous. Anyway, so also gameplay is super fun, crazy addictive. And actually a story that made me cry my own tears.
Your own tears.
Not someone else's tears?
Not someone else's.
Wow.
And this is a God of War game. Like, if you've not played it, or you're on the fence, like I could not believe like that I cared as much as I did. And it's such a great story, great storytelling, excellent voice acting. Like I have like, I realized after 45 hours into it, you know, that this is like my perfect game. Like it's super mechanical and challenging, and it has upgrades and all this cool depth to it, but it is also so story focused and beautiful, and it was just fantastic. So I'm still hunting down the Valkyries.
Oh man. Are you going to kill them all?
I've got 5 out of the 8 right now. So not too shabby.
Yeah. Too bad.
I'm working my way through a fiery area. For those of you who know what I'm talking about,
I think I get it.
So trying to get to number 6. But yeah, I loved it like crazy. Burrito score. I give God of War for the PS4 6 out of 5 burritos.
Whoa, that's way more burritos than I was expecting. It was one more, in fact, burrito than I was expecting.
It is the coveted 6 out of 5 rating on SBFVGS because it doesn't come often.
No,
it doesn't come often.
What was the other game?
I think I gave a 6 out of 5 to Transistor.
Okay,
and I think I gave a 6 out of 5 to Inside.
Okay,
but it is very rare that I'm just like so head over heels for a game that numbers defy logic.
Something happens and I'm head over heels.
There you go. So anyway,
little Tears for Fears in there.
Oh, and I also played like 5 minutes of Tacoma. But that was mostly just a test to see.
Nice on PC. Did you get the free? Nice.
I got the free version on Twitch Prime.
Yeah, thanks.
So
Prime
I downloaded
Day.
That.
Prime Day was cool, by the way.
Yeah,
not a lot of good gaming deals, but I got like myself a teapot that you like steep the tea and then you flash cool it, so that makes it iced tea instead of having to like, you know, make the iced tea for like 15 hours or whatever you're supposed to do. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Awesome. Yeah. So and got like a 4 terabyte hard drive for like less than $100
in the teapot.
Yeah, they came together.
That's amazing.
No.
USB-C.
USB-C teapot.
Hot
USB-T.
Yeah, so I played like 5 minutes of Tacoma just to see if it would run on my laptop, and it runs pretty well. Nice. So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
So, but yeah.
Shall we move on?
You guys ready? Yeah, it's time to move on, I think. Are you guys ready for the news?
No, actually, I think I'm ready for the news.
Oh man, we're double dipping.
Double it's video, so they got to get to see it, you know.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. So,
all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight to. We have a ton of new submissions. I really appreciate Mr. Casey.
Casey went all out this week.
Tireless labor bringing us all the scoops. Thank you so much. So of course you can go to reddit.com. or sbfvgs.reddit.com.
Yeah, or reddit.com/r/sbfvgs. Either is fine.
Yep. Either one of those. And you can submit news stories that you want to hear discussed on the show, of course. But yeah, let's jump into...
Yeah, just pick a couple. We don't...
How Nintendo and Square Enix massively underestimated the Octopath Traveler sales rate, and now Amazon is back ordered for 1 to 2 months for the Switch cartridges.
That's insane. But also, I still don't understand why people are buying cartridges.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is likely 100% Nintendo, right? Like not wanting to get too many cartridges manufactured. You think?
Maybe,
why?
Yeah. Well, and it's Square Enix, though. I mean,
because I'm with you, David. Like, why is anyone still buying physical?
Like
physical
it's not like it's a Vita and they're overselling, like they're not overpricing how much the storage is. Like,
how dare you?
Right.
You put any SD card in there, any micro SD card in there will work. So
don't you speak ill of my precious Vita?
Yeah. The only reason that physical media exists today is so that you can give them as gifts.
I guess so.
And someday everyone's going to catch up, and you can just buy digital and gift it.
Like, what if you and your buddy, maybe you don't have a lot of money, you and your buddy go in on it. I'm going to play it. Now I hand it over to you, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do like shenanigans, I guess that's like acceptable too.
So that's shenanigans, because that's like borrowing a game from your friend is not shenanigans, Mike.
Borrowing a game from your friend is like the cornerstone of the United States of America.
It's how I played so many Nintendo games back in the day.
Oh yeah, big time.
Mike,
It's shenanigans. It's fine. It's
don't poo-poo my childhood, Mike.
I would never.
Oh man, so this one is pretty cool. I haven't played it yet, but I really want to. Hollow Knight is getting free DLC, Gods and Glory, which launches on August 23rd. Yeah, man, that just makes me want this game even more.
Yeah.
Everywhere I look, people are playing it. Josh Scher was showing off on his Twitter, like, oh yeah, playing the Hollow Knight, just loving life. Oh my gosh, Hollow Knight. You have no
he tweeted
idea,
something
Adam.
about how there was a tweet that I'm not going to remember it. I should have looked it up before I started talking about it, but it was like
You should have prepared something.
it was like welcome to hang on, it was so the caption was how did you find me down here where the world ends, and then the caption was when someone I know follows me on Twitter.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, he's been making some good, solid Hollow Knight memes.
Hollow Knight memes.
Yeah, so super jazzed about that.
Yep.
This one's pretty interesting. Overwatch toxicity reports are down by over a quarter in the competitive arena. Following the launch of the endorsement system. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. So at the end of a match, you can rate the people you're playing with and say like, yeah, this guy's a good dude, or this guy's, pure shenanigans over here.
this guy is shenanigans.
100% shenanigans.
Unadulterated shenanigans.
Right. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And we're starting to see clever companies figuring out how you can force people to be nice and civil online.
Well,
even
it's
if
not
it
so
is
much forcing people to be nice. It's punishing people when they're not, right? Isn't that a better way? Rewarding people when they're nice, punishing people when they're not.
Sure.
Is the
Yeah,
system.
exactly. Yeah. If you offer rewards for being nice, which just like in real life that happens, right? If you're nice to people, you benefit from it in a way, and so, I think that's really cool to see, because online gaming gets so toxic so many times.
And again, you mentioned how in the real world there's consequences when you're a jerk, but when you're online, there's almost no consequence sometimes, like depending on where you are. So finding a way, it's been a battle. Like for 10 years now, we've been playing video games online, maybe more. 18 years, I don't know, a long time we've been playing video games online, and no one's found like the perfect way to reduce toxicity in games, but it seems like Blizzard might be onto something, which is very exciting.
For sure.
Yeah.
So this one, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there was a fan-made PC port of PT that was in the works. This teenage guy was doing it out of his room.
Very ambitious.
And very ambitious, really super cool project. It was going to bring PT to the masses who maybe didn't have a PS4 at the time when you could get PT. Or can you still download it? I can't remember.
No, you can't download it anymore.
I thought they brought it back. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
I don't think so.
Apparently Konami reached out to him, gave him the old heave-ho, said, you got to cancel this project.
Why? What are they doing with that property? Nothing.
However, they offered him an internship at Konami.
Right, great.
I'm not
so
sure
he can
if
make
that's
pachinko
a punishment
games
or a prize.
Yeah, it's a punishment for sure. 100%.
I know. I was thinking about that. Like, it would be cool if it was like, listen, you can't do this, but you get an internship over, with Kojima Studios.
Hideo Kojima, if he was paying attention to this story, he should offer him an internship as well. Just like, cool. And then he gets to pick which person he actually wants to intern with. And I think he would pick Kojima.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
Yeah.
So this is really cool too. This is the last one I'll do for tonight or this morning, whenever you're listening.
Whenever you're listening, yeah.
But yeah, next, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky has launched their trailer for Next, which is it looks amazing.
It looks so cool.
It's basically everything. I mean, I think at this point, right, they added base building and vehicles and a 30-hour campaign, and now they're adding the multiplayer piece and fleets that you can collaborate in,
third person mode.
third person mode, all this stuff
All
that
kinds
like
of stuff. Walkers. There's like new walkers. This is a walker.
yeah.
Now,
Oh, that looked really cool.
Yeah.
The Imperial Walker looking things. Like now I'm like I don't know. I don't have the checklist of like the spreadsheet to look at, but I'm pretty sure they fulfilled all their promises at this point.
I'm pretty sure you're
It
right.
took 2 years. Took 2 years,
It took some time
and
to get
yes.
there.
Yeah.
And sure, it would have been way better if they had just said, listen, all this stuff isn't going to be in there at launch. We're going to get to it. We're a small team.
Just tell us. Just tell us it's
just,
not going to be there.
If they had just said that, there would have been so much less ill will for them.
But maybe the game would have sold less, and maybe they wouldn't have been able to then add those things into the game.
Stuff. Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. It's like, I mean, I'm happy that they've kind of fulfilled what they set out to do in the first place, and they said they're not done yet. They're going to continue to add to it.
Nice.
So I think that's cool, though. I think that I'm super tempted to jump back in now.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to be doing a couple streams for sure. Like, there's no question in my mind.
Very cool.
And where would you be streaming that, David?
On PC. On
Twitch.tv.
Sorry, at twitch.tv/SBFVGS. That's our
There
Twitch
you
channel.
Oh man, the plugs are so natural.
Plugs are so natural.
You can barely tell them there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So moving along.
Oh, is it time for Mike struggles to read the tweets?
Oh,
I think it is time for Mike struggles to read the tweets.
We're gonna
What do you
have
think, Mike?
We're gonna have a bit of a struggle too because there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, we got so many tweets.
We got so many tweets.
Fortnite?
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for writing in, supporting episode 100. You guys are the best.
Yes,
in
you
the
are.
business.
Okay, so we're gonna start off. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit here,
Okay.
and it means I gotta switch Twitter accounts because we're gonna play a little game.
Oh,
we got-
playing.
Oh, man.
Is it the Origami Killer?
We got a game from the Origami Killer.
That was my impression of the emoji, that the scream emoji.
I like it. Okay, so we're playing a little Truth or Dare.
Okay.
So here we go.
Okay.
The tweet I got was, so I hear today is a special day. Good for you.
Heard right, the Origami Killer.
Even I admire your persistence.
even the Origami Killer.
How about we play a game in honor
right.
of your accomplishments?
Sure.
Truth or Dare. I can do a little round robin here. So David, I've got yours.
Okay.
Truth or Dare, David?
All right, I'm ready. I'm over here, by the way, Mike. You can look at me.
Well,
if
no,
you
I mean,
want.
I know you're there. What I'm saying, it's truth that you have to pick one. That's how the game works.
Right, that's how the game works.
I don't read them both, and then you pick the better one.
I think you should pick Dare.
I think you should definitely pick
I'm
Dare.
actually thinking about picking Dare because it's video.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh no.
But you certainly don't want truth if I know the origami.
I mean, usually I don't mind saying the truth. I'm looking at Mike, and I'm very nervous because he's very excited about me possibly picking Dare.
Either one you pick is a delight for me.
All right. I'm going to pick Dare. I picked Dare.
Okay, I hadn't expected
Okay,
that.
all right.
Well,
I'm so
under
nervous.
Dare, the Origami Killer has written, well, he swears he'll never pick Dare, so let's go extreme.
No!
David,
Yes!
David, here's your Dare.
No!
He did it. He picked. You all saw.
You all saw
You
it.
all
This is a legally binding contract now.
We didn't trick him this time.
No,
We
no
did not
tricks.
trick him.
I picked this of my own volition.
David, Dare, sell your old pants, David. Use the funds to buy the weirdest game you can find and stream it.
Sell? Where do I do that?
You find someone who wants to buy your old pants.
Yeah, so you could sell it to anybody. It doesn't have to actually cover the cost of the game.
I will make a very large sum of money bet that David lives in New York City and he will have no problem finding someone to buy.
I guess, can you
his
sell
old
pants to Goodwill, or is that just donations? Can you sell pants to Goodwill?
I think
I think you have to donate to Goodwill.
That's not selling.
Yeah.
You could sell them on Craigslist for like $1. See if anyone buys them.
Yeah.
You know what? I could make a Craigslist post where I'm like, pants outside at the corner of blank and blank.
Okay.
Please leave $1 or something like that.
Never ask me what happened to them.
Yeah, never ask what happened.
Cursed.
Yeah, and you have to put that in there.
Best offer.
Cursed pants.
Cursed pants.
You actually might get some takers if you write that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
Some weird like ghost hunter.
that's true.
people
Maybe
who
the
are just like,
McElroys will show up. You never know.
I'm going to try these pants
Done.
on and have a
Done deal. I'm
paranormal
very excited about
experience.
this.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
Weirdest game you can buy. What's the weirdest game?
Steam has
I'm
plenty.
instantly thinking of those weird pervy games on the Vita.
I'm not playing a pervy game. I will not play a
Steam's
pervy
got
game, but
plenty of those.
Steam has plenty
yeah.
of weird games that I can find. Yeah.
Okay, one of you
Who's
guys has to
next?
go next. I don't know
I'll
who has
go.
other questions.
I'll go since you asked me, and mine is for Adam.
Great.
Oh,
So, Adam, I'm looking at you over there, Adam.
I see that.
Yeah. Truth or dare, my good man? Which one?
It's like you guys
I
have
made the
never
same
played
blunder.
the game before.
I know it's ridiculous. I don't know what's wrong with both of us.
I'm gonna say truth.
Okay, truth. I really
Cross my
want
heart.
to tell you what the
Hope to
dare
die.
was. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what the dare was because I was really hoping you were gonna do it. This was the dare. For the next 2 minutes, adopt the voice of a sultry late night radio host. Think along the lines of the radio host in The Warriors.
Can I go back and pick the dare?
You
It's
picked
really
truth.
good.
Is it too
I
late?
really
Yeah.
like that.
You picked the truth, but can we hear a sample of what you would have done? Just a quick.
Yes. So welcome to.
It's great. It's great. It's a shame you
Welcome
didn't pick
to-
that one.
Laughs into the microphone.
Yeah.
Welcome to Truth or Dare with the Origami Killer, Mike, David, and Adam in the morning.
That's pretty sultry. Oh
Hey,
man,
long
I'm
time
pretty
listener,
sure.
first time caller. That is meeting all my ASMR needs.
Yeah.
I am
you.
very turned on right now. No, so all right, so Adam, here's your truth.
Okay. All right.
What is the story behind the SBFVGS intro theme? And
Oh.
let me hit my mic while I say that. And
Punch it.
do you ever wish you had done it differently?
Okay. So I'm going to say the story behind the theme song is that I love this band. Well, I love me some Queen.
Sure.
And
Who
then
doesn't?
and also love me some Self.
Yeah, I hear self in there for sure. Yeah.
So I had I knew I wanted something that was like big and operatic for the theme song because just with the name, with a ridiculous name like we have in this podcast, we needed something that was like, beefy and like overblown.
It has to announce its presence for sure.
It has to announce its presence, and I felt like that Queen kind of vibe was the best thing to go for. So I wrote a guitar part for it, and at first, actually, it was just going to be instrumental. I mean, like not instrumental, but have like a vocal part that was just like,
Oh man.
just like that, and it would be more,
I think
just
choral?
like.
I think I still have some rough cuts of that you sent my way that just have that.
Yeah, you might. So, and then because I didn't think you could actually, actually, if I got to walk something back, so I didn't think I could actually fit the lyrics into the song at first because it's kind of weird. It's a lot of syllables. So
It is a lot of syllables.
So anyway, but then when I remember at one point I had a rough cut with that vocal part that was just like oohing, and then I was like, oh, I could fit the lyrics in just like this, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you have to stretch out video game?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a video game.
Yeah.
Once I got that cadence, then it was like, okay, now I have to do it. It's hilarious with it. So, so yeah. Anyway, I recorded drums and bass and some keyboard and mixed the whole thing. And I remember sending it over to Mike and David and going, hey, check this out. Let me know if you like this. I had spent like way too much time on it for it to not be approved. Like I was really hoping they liked it. And and then they're like, oh my gosh. I remember getting a text from Mike that morning. Like he's like, I'm listening to it over and over and over.
Yeah, I have like an hour commute to work every day. And I think that day I listened to it like on a loop for the entire hour going in. It's amazing.
You know,
so go for it.
I just want to say, I remember the first time I listened to it. The first time, I couldn't believe what a production it was. Like every kind of instrument ever. All these vocals like assaulting me with pleasurable noises. And
a pleasure assault, you say?
Yeah. A pleasure assault, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe it. And then I was like, wait a minute, he said something in those vocals. And then I listened to it a few more times, like, oh my gosh, he's singing the name of the show. Because at the time, I didn't know the name of the show. I can't remember the name of the show. Or I couldn't at the time. I think I said on the first episode, I said, I'll never remember the name of this show, but I do now. But anyway, yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and it actually used to be twice as long. The theme was twice as long, and I started listening to some different podcast themes. And I was like, it seems like about 12 to 14 seconds is like the sweet spot. So I cut it down to get it like a little more brief. The only thing, sometimes I think about actually recording like a full version of it, like a full 3-minute song.
I was going to ask you to do that.
Yeah, so
I would love to hear a full version.
Because I have some other parts in mind for it, which is kind of funny.
Yes,
sometimes I think about like what the bridge would do after the chorus ends and stuff. So anyway,
you could make it a Patreon tier. Or like
get the full uncut, and like I have to actually write the rest of it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
perfect.
But yeah, so anyway, that's an awesome question. Thank you for sending that.
Yeah, that was great.
Mr. or Miss
Origami Killer. And now wait, Adam, you have mics.
I have mics. Yes. So the Origami Killer wrote to me and said, "Hello, Adam. Welcome to the game.
Oh my.
You have mics around."
Ooh.
Truth or dare?
I gotta go with truth.
I'm the only one to dare. You guys are
stand in it.
You guys are very, very cowardly for not ever picking a dare.
I flipped it this time with David taking a dare. I don't know what to do anymore.
I've taken dares in the past, and this is David's first dare. So I think he's getting a little big in his britches over there about taking this dare.
But actually, I've lost some weight, so my britches are smaller.
He's getting a little small in his soon-to-be-sold britches. All right, so you chose truth. The Origami Killer wants to know, Mike, if eating tacos was an activity that you could platinum, what do you think some of the hardest trophies would be?
I love this question.
The hardest trophies
pretty amazing.
For eating tacos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
if you could get the platinum on eating tacos,
so there's.
I'm sure you'd already have it, right?
Absolutely. So for sure, there has to be probably even a few trophies dedicated to eating crunchy tacos.
They are. How do you eat the end of a crunchy taco without falling apart?
How do you eat the beginning of a crunchy taco? I feel like every bite is potentially the last you're going to see of this taco. It's so precarious. They're not made to last forever.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I feel
you are one bad bite from a taco salad, essentially.
Yeah, just get a bowl
at any
and
moment.
Put into that bad boy every time because that taco will be nachos very soon. Man, yeah. Besides fighting through crunchy tacos,
I would say probably eat. Oh no, sorry,
them.
You go.
No, I like them. It's just like it's
your
just
question.
Like, texturally, it's fantastic. What are you going to say? Because I'm blanking on what else.
Oh, I was just gonna say one of the trophies would have to be eat crunchy taco without dropping a single bit of ground beef.
It would be impossible. It's like a multiplayer trophy that requires you to play like 70 hours of The Last of Us.
You hate the multiplayer trophies too.
Exactly.
Or like looking at your trophy list in The Witcher 3 and seeing like you have to play so much Gwent. So yeah, it may be unattainable in a way. So yeah, I like that.
That's pretty good.
Amazing.
All right.
you,
You want to dive
Origami
into the
Killa.
tweets proper? Oh yeah. Thank you,
for that
Origami. It wouldn't have been.
submission.
I tweeted to the Origami Killa, even though merciless murderer, of course.
Right.
But I said it wouldn't have been a complete episode without the Origami Killa popping in. So
Yeah,
number 100. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you very much.
So hopping into Twitter questions, first up, Josh Bailey wrote in, and he sent us some really, really cool facts that I thought it'd be fun to go through.
Yeah, these are great.
So I called this section Josh Bailey's Fun Factorium of Great and Possibly True Facts.
Hang on, can we get it, Adam? Can you announce that? Can you just like read that out loud in like an announcer voice, and I'll make like a graphic.
Yeah, wait. What is it again? I gotta
It's Josh
memorize
Bailey's
it.
Fun Factorium of Great and Possibly True Facts.
Yeah.
I have to read that. That's like impossible.
Okay, it's
Oh
in
my
your
goodness.
email. So pull that up. And the reason I wrote the way I'll buy you some
right,
time
I
here.
think it's here.
The reason I wrote the Great and Possibly True Facts because they're all fantastic. These are some cool facts. It's like 5 facts. But I didn't bother to actually like spot check them at all or even Google them to see if they're true. So
Right.
I don't.
So they could be true. They might be a lie.
Yeah, I don't take any responsibility for the accuracy of these facts. They may
Take it
not
up with
facts
Josh Bailey
at
if
all.
you've spotted an inaccuracy, basically. Yeah.
You don't tell me about it. I don't care.
All right. So here we go. Oh wait. Sorry.
Oh,
And Adam,
Hold
you're
on.
going to
Okay,
have
here
to
we go,
put
here
some
we go.
reverb. Put some reverb on this. This is a big deal, all right? Here we go.
Here we go. Welcome to Josh Bailey's Fun Factorium of Great and Possibly True Facts.
Nice.
Pleasure.
I love it. Perfect.
Okay.
That's my TV announcer voice.
Fact number 1. Let me see how this hits you guys. Actually, fact number 1, I lied, is for some reason word numbered this one. Basically, it's the introduction. So there's 4 facts.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's not one.
It's not a fact. Well, it might be a fact. Let's read it.
Kind of is a fact.
He said, I can't believe you're already at 100, episode 100, which means I have been listening for almost 3 years since I started with episode 26.
Goodness.
Oh man.
Good time to join. Don't go back any further.
Don't. Please do not.
It's a total nightmare.
Oh yeah,
So
because
bad.
that was the episode before Greg Miller, I think.
Oh, was it?
Because he was on the 1 year. He was on the 1 year. Maybe that was the episode with Greg Miller.
could have been.
And Mega ran.
I could go back and look, but I won't.
Maybe he joined because of that episode? Is that possible?
Entirely possible. So I'm going to post a few more time-related fun facts in celebration,
All right.
which I will read as soon as I itch my eye. It's so itchy.
Get those sleepies out of there, Mike.
So fact number 1, which would be listed on my spreadsheet as number 2. The gap between the launches of the Xbox One and the Xbox One X is only a few days different than the gap between the Xbox and the Xbox 360 launches.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's weird.
It is weird. It's so weird my eye itches again.
Yeah, because I mean, if you think about Xbox One X is of course not considered
It's not
the
a
next
new console.
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not crazy when I feel like these console generations are taking forever nowadays. Everyone always treats me like I'm crazy for thinking we were going to get a PS5 announcement at E3 this year.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Our next fact, fact number 2, we are further removed from the launch of the GameCube than the GameCube is from the launch of the NES.
What?
How weird is that?
This is making me feel so old.
Oh, that is
Oh
old.
man, my eye will not stop itching, and that's got to be a real treat for those folks watching.
Yeah, enjoy watching
Yeah.
that on the
Get past this
video.
entire part on the video. Fact number 3, Sega has been out of the console business longer than it was in it.
What?
Oh my
That doesn't
gosh.
seem like it could possibly be true.
Oh my.
It might
But
be.
it probably is.
Probably.
because I'm
is.
very
I mean, it
old.
wouldn't be in the Factorium otherwise.
That's
It
fair.
would not be in the
Totally fair.
factorium of possibly true facts.
And our final fact is we are further removed from the launch of the PS3 than the PS3 is from the launch of the PS1.
Goodness gracious. That is crazy.
That's
That's
real
crazy
crazy.
talk.
Yeah, that's really crazy. Yeah, and again, thank you for making me feel so old, Josh.
So old.
Okay, let's get into some of our proper Twitter questions.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Let's do it.
Miss Maya wrote in, and said, in an otherwise crazy and unpredictable 3 years, SBFVGS has been a constant, familiar, and fun thing to look forward to. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for the very kind words.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, what is the one thing, or sorry, what is, I can't read, this is why it's called this. What is, it's so tiny on my phone. What is one thing, oh, well, it just moved on me. One more time. See, now this makes more sense if you're watching the video. So if you're listening to the audio.
You can see why he's struggling to read the tweets.
Switch.
It's because he's using his phone.
What is one thing of your two co-hosts that you would take if you had the chance? All is fair game. Games, collectibles, figures, personality traits, everlasting souls, etc.
I'm keeping my soul, please. I would like to keep my soul.
So, okay, well that remains to be seen.
Please.
So this is really, really easy. I would take all of Adam's musical talent, and I would take David's rock hard body. And I feel like combined with my hairline, I would be unstoppable. I think that's what I would go with.
That is 100% the best answer.
That's a good answer.
Of this show. I think we can end now.
Yeah.
We can wrap
Good
it
night,
up.
everybody.
Okay.
Thank you. It's been 100 great episodes. You've been a wonderful audience. Tip your waitress. I don't know.
Oh, David, what do you think?
Oh, I get to do it too.
Yeah, y'all get to do it.
This is tough. Goodness, how did you come up with that answer so fast, Mike? I will take Adam's really cool Parappa hat.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Mike, I have to take your hair. I need your hair.
You don't want it today. It's so bad.
Well, here I would want it. It's a little cooler here in New York. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, here in this area that we all are in together.
Yeah, in this room together that we're in the studio. In the studio.
Yeah, this very truthful thing we're saying. Adam.
Yeah.
Adam,
What do you think?
All right. I'm going to steal Mike's glorious 4K TV from my very own.
I haven't witnessed that
enough.
one, so.
And
TV.
then I'm going to steal from David. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to take your super sweet PC so I can play amazing games in 4K on the TV.
Okay, but then you have to take over streaming.
That's true.
That's
how it works.
No, well, but then I'll also leave a note to tell David that he must also buy a new PC for himself
Okay,
so he
so
can
you've
continue to
covered
stream.
all
My
the tracks.
PC will be better
I've covered my bases.
But then, Adam, my PC will still be better than yours, and you'll be jealous still.
No, that's okay. That's okay. As long as I can play Wolfenstein 2 and Sweet 4K, you know, that's what I'm after.
Okay, we got to move through these things. There's so many questions. I don't want to try to get to them all.
There's a lot.
Yes.
So we got two questions that are really similar. One Track Punk wrote in and said, "Congrats, guys! What is your favorite moment in all 100 episodes?" And NTFTT Pod wrote in and said, "Congratulations, guys! I wanted to say that you're one of the podcasts I listen to obsessively with One Track Gamers.
Oh, yeah.
That was part of the inspiration for starting up
Wow.
I can't read.
NTFTT Pod.
I'm like ruining his beautiful sentiment that he wrote. Wishing you the best. Here's to 100 more. You guys are like the super best friends we strive to be." So that's
Okay. All right,
so thank you.
that's
as far
really
as
nice.
the question goes, he also wrote in what were each of your funniest moments in the last 100 episodes? And to help kind of get the you thinker running, he wrote in and said,
right.
"I gotta say, my absolute favorite moment was when the two Arnolds sang 'Baby It's Cold Outside' a few years ago during the Christmas episode. I spit out my food listening to that on the 405.
That was one of the most ridiculous things we've ever done, I think.
It was really, really good. All
was
those Arnold
fun.
pieces are fantastic. If I had to pick a favorite episode,
Why on earth did we make Arnold sing to himself? Why did
didn't
we
make
do that?
anything.
It's
Arnold
so
did
weird.
that.
It's so ridiculous.
He's a guest and a real person.
Yeah.
I want to say one of the moments that made me probably laugh the hardest I've ever laughed was because there's things that when Adam and David edit the episodes that I don't get to hear until the episode is live, like the stingers at the end.
Oh.
And I think the hot Ryu stinger with the Titanic soundtrack behind it was probably
That was very funny.
yeah, it was one of my favorite things I've ever heard in my whole life.
Okay, Adam, I need your help remembering what my favorite moment was, because all I can remember is that we laughed harder than we've ever laughed on the show before, and I can't remember what it was.
And I think you're probably thinking of the same one that I was about to say,
It can't
which
be what I'm
is
thinking of.
the first time we ever did Walking with Arnie.
Yes!
Where it was Christopher Walken and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we could not breathe in here. It was the most idiotic thing we've ever done,
good.
and it was so fun.
That was it. That was
that's
it for
my
sure.
pick.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was it for me too. Yeah, that was definitely
Cool.
it.
Very, very cool.
I mean, outside of some of the interviews, of course, like those have been surreal
Oh my
and
goodness.
awesome.
Yeah.
Josh Scher, Greg Miller, of course.
What was his last name?
Sophie Brennan. I mean, there have been so many cool developers we've talked to. Tim Saray. Like those are
Tim Saray.
inevitably.
Tim Saray, the thing about the Tim Saray interview is that he talked to us for like an hour after the episode, just hanging out.
Yeah.
And like that was just the
what a
coolest
cool guy.
thing ever.
What a cool guy. And I cannot wait to play The Last Night.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to keep saying
Anyway.
it until he gives us a release date.
Yep. That's right.
One track.
Anyway, so
All right.
Yeah.
You guys are picking the same
yeah,
number,
yeah,
right?
go for it.
Okay,
Go for
we're
it.
good.
Go for it.
We're good now? Let's go.
One track gamers wrote in and said, "Congrats, guys! A tremendous accomplishment. From starting out to record, what was the? Oh, sorry. From starting out
To recording.
to record, I guess recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah,
big
from
improvement?
first starting,
What was
yeah.
your biggest improvement? We'll say.
Biggest improvement. I would say our audio. Well, no, I feel like we figured out how to play off each other a little better.
Yeah.
A little bit better. Mike's still working on it.
I
Mike is a
think
work
you
in
don't listen to
progress.
those first 25 episodes. We were, I think, over prepared. I think
Oh, yeah.
there felt like
Gotta
a need
loosen up.
to read out or at least say everything I had written down, which was probably far less interesting than anyone cared.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So, yeah, I was thinking because I listened to that first episode not terribly long ago.
Oh, why would
Oh,
you?
and
boy, why?
I just wanted to see. I got so curious. So yeah,
Just really
I
wanted
checked
to
out the
punish
first
myself.
episode. I'm masochistic. And the funny thing is, it was so. I mean, there's still some good content in the very first episode, I think, but like as far as the pacing is weird. It's very like NPR pacing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, very
so-
NPR.
Yeah, and very soft. We're very reserved, and now it's like a free for all. Like everyone's like all rowdy the whole time. And I think
also, I like Adam, you and me especially. I feel like we would be good improv buddies because like maybe it's just because we've known each other for so freaking long. But like I can anticipate how you're going to react to something that I do.
Okay.
Mike's pretty good at it too, but sometimes he'll just be like, I don't know what we're doing and just shut
I
down.
don't know what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
yes,
so
and
yeah, we need to get Mike some improv classes is what my point is.
I'll take it.
all right.
Yeah.
Joseph Grimm wrote in and said, wanted to say congrats and thank you. Life is crazy, and without fail, you guys have been there for me through the good and bad. You guys rock. Yeah, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
so much
Yeah.
for listening for
Yeah.
so long, man. It's been really, really cool interacting with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Joe's gone through some hard times, and he's opened up to us about those things, and that's just a huge privilege, just to be able to listen and chat with him about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
To be
super cool.
friends. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we started this show. First and foremost, we started this show to be friends and hang out with each other, but then also like to meet cool people, and we have, and it's so great, and we hope to continue to meet more cool people. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
John Rabina wrote in and said, sweet, sweet questions.
Oh yeah, that's how I had phrased it.
Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of strange.
All right, these are okay. Lightning round, right? Quick.
Okay,
answers.
lightning
First
round,
one-
let's do it.
First one
Okay.
that comes to mind.
Yeah,
Okay,
Favorite ice cream flavor?
vanilla,
cookie dough.
vanilla.
Cookie dough is the correct answer. Now, John Rabina wrote mint chip is the only correct answer. And that's completely false. It's always
disgusting.
cookie dough.
Nah, vanilla is my favorite.
Favorite brand of chocolate?
Dove.
I was gonna say Dove. Yeah, if you're just gonna go buy some pure chocolate, Dove's the way to go, right?
Yeah. Adam?
Pure, just like pure chocolate, or are we talking about chocolates?
He just said
Because I would
chocolate.
say C's. I go for C's candy any
think
chance I get.
C's? I don't know that one.
You don't know C's candy?
I don't. I need to stop hitting my microphone.
SEES C's?
What?
You don't know about Mary C., the saint of chocolate? The patron saint of
my
chocolate
gosh.
eating?
No?
Do they
Oh
not
my
have those
goodness.
in New York?
I bet you guys don't know about Mast Brothers chocolate.
That sounds
Yeah.
like something you made up.
I think you just made that up. He
yeah.
made it up.
Yeah,
No.
definitely. Do you guys like Pazookies?
I
100%.
I don't know what
love
that
Pazookies.
is.
Oh, Pazookies are fantastic.
I don't know what a Pazookie is.
A Pazookie is a cookie with ice cream on top of it. You can get
Oh,
them
yes.
at
Oh,
DJ's
yes.
Brewery. Has a fantastic one.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah.
Who
They
wouldn't
come in
like that?
gluten-free varieties. So my wife can actually eat them, which is
Oh,
fantastic.
nice.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know your wife was gluten free, Mosh.
She is not by choice.
Well, of course. I
Unfortunately,
don't think anyone that's gluten
No,
free
you'd
is
be
by
surprised.
choice.
Yeah, we live in
Really?
California.
You'd be surprised in LA, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
What is
Whatever,
the
weirdos.
best sugar cereal?
Golden Grams.
Yes, it's Golden Grams. Absolutely,
Waffle
it's
Crisp.
Golden Grams.
Yes.
Waffle crisp.
What?
Waffle crisp. Adam, you've had waffle crisp.
Waffle Crisp?
Waffle crisp. Is
So
it like
good?
Is it like oh yeah, I've had waffle
You've had
crisp. That's
waffle
good
crisp?
stuff.
Are you guys
It's
shopping
so
for
good.
sugars here at the Dollar General? I don't understand.
No, it was in Nashville and it was in New Jersey, but I couldn't find it in Vegas and I can't find it in New York. So I
have
don't
no
know.
idea what
I don't
that
know
is.
where.
So second place though, the Ninja Turtle season, the Ninja Turtle cereal from like 1989.
I don't remember that
or
one.
90.
Did
It
it
was
have
early
the
90s
marshmallow
probably.
heads in it?
Yeah, it had the
Yeah,
little
nice.
nets. It was like Chex Mix, but like it was sweet. It's like coated in sugar with like Lucky Charms marshmallows. Right. It was unbelievable. And they sold it for like $10 in the smallest box ever. And so I only got it a couple times, but man, it was glorious.
Oh man,
Okay, and lastly, favorite color Starburst?
red.
Red.
I'm gonna say pink.
Okay.
Seems weird.
Pink was my second choice, so not that
It's just
weird.
me. I apologize if I'm messing up the last name here, but Craig Bond wrote in and said, "My question is my question too late to be read on episode 100?"
No,
No.
you're on time.
Right on time.
I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking, Craig.
Easy question. Nader Tots,
Great name, by the way. I love that
pretty
name.
great name, wrote in and
Yeah.
said, "Guys, that's awesome. I picked up after like the second or third episode.
Wow.
God bless you, because it wasn't good back then. And you guys have been in a fairly small group of consistent listens for me. Well done, gentlemen. Here's to another one.
Wow.
And then-
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
That was amazing.
As for the question, who is the super best friend?
The best super best friend.
The best. You're right. Who is the best super best friend? I demand.
It's
a
me
cage
because I
match,
can read.
fight to the death, or at least mild discomfort. Also, there's
Well,
a
it's
part of me
good-
that also there's a part of me that wanted to type friend as frand. Don't do that. It's
That makes
illegal.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, you know,
can't do
I
that.
can,
I'm
I can
gonna
understand
say
that. No, wait,
I'm
though.
gonna say
Wait.
David is the best
I would
super
100%
best friend.
say David until people see our Patreon video, because I feel like somebody else tried to steal that title. Surreptitiously, maybe.
Well, hang on. Let me just say, though, I'm glad we're all in the same room together because we could have that cage match if you want.
I don't think we could. I feel like if I made too much motion, this room would fall apart.
That's true. Okay, maybe we
The
should do
very,
the cage match. I'm
very
gonna-
space-time continuum will unravel before your eyes.
It'll be weird.
So
Yeah.
if you guys are voting, if you guys are both voting for me, then I'm gonna vote for both of you guys.
Ooh, it's adorable.
So
it's a hung jury.
It's a hung jury.
That's the that's the answer.
I was gonna
No
make
one.
a joke, but I can't.
None of us.
It's not that kind of podcast.
yeah, please. I don't know.
Don't laugh. There's no joke there.
I heard
No,
it.
you didn't. Ruben wrote in and said,
I don't want to hear what that joke was.
"Hey guys, no question, just ellipsis. I don't know what that's supposed to say.
Dot,
no question,
dot.
just ellipsis. Also, I'm about to call the cops on David, so have a replacement ready for the sode.
Oh,
I don't know why.
What did I do?
This might be a Twitter
Man.
thing. Did you interact with him on Twitter earlier and say anything you shouldn't have said?
I gotta say, I would be so excited if David got arrested right now on camera.
If you were going to get arrested, David, this would be the time to do it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you get arrested for selling old pants? It's not legal.
I guess it depends.
I think that's legal. I'm pretty sure that's
It
illegal.
depends on what's in the pockets.
And what's in those pants?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Hot Dog Douglas wrote in and said, if you put a sausage in a taco shell, is that a hot dog or a taco? It's certainly not a hot dog. I think we
It
can all
could be
agree
a
on
hot
that.
dog. It probably is a hot dog.
It's probably not because
Probably is.
when you go to barbecue, they have hot dogs or sausages or brats. You don't.
Yeah.
Or
You don't. There's not
hot
the
dogs
same.
in tacos.
What's that?
So
Or hot dogs in tacos shells.
if
it's
you
sausage,
put a hot
though.
dog in a taco shell,
It says a sausage in a taco shell. So I think
Oh, a
by definition
sausage.
it's not a taco, or it's not a hot dog. Now you
Right.
could
Could be a
argue
brat.
that it's a taco.
so-
it's basically a taco if you didn't chop any of the meat up.
yeah. So back in
Which
the
is
day,
bizarre when you're
I was served the most confusing dish in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
And it was
tell.
a soft flour tortilla with barbecue sauce in there and a sausage in the middle, and it was all rolled up like a burrito.
And that,
Okay.
was that everything
And I could
in
not
the thing?
classify it hot dog, taco, or burrito.
Okay.
What'd you say?
No, I was just asking. Was that all that was in it? Was hot dog? Was sausage, a tortilla,
Barbecue
and barbecue sauce?
Yeah, and it was delicious,
I'm gonna
but it was
say if
the
that's-
most confusing food item.
That is
that's-
very confusing.
If that's anything, it's closer to having pigs in a blanket than it is
Yeah,
anything else.
so weird.
Is a barbecue sauce sausage in a tortilla, pigs in a blanket? That's the real
That's the real question.
controversy
Now, here's
here.
what I will say. Now that I've read this question out loud with my mouth, I would say that this is it, right? You put a sausage in a crunchy taco shell, and you have to eat it without the taco falling apart. This is the platinum trophy question.
Yeah.
This is the impossible task.
There it is.
This is the platinum. Okay,
This one can't be done.
All right, I like it.
David, oh sorry, not David. That's a lie.
No, not me.
David J. Date wrote in and said,
oh
"What are
my.
you looking forward to hearing about San Diego Comic-Con?" And I gotta be
Actually,
honest, I haven't had my ear to the ground on this
Diego.
at all. I don't know. I assume some cool Marvel stuff will be there.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see more of that new Spider-Man cartoon movie that's coming out because that movie looks
Oh yeah,
awesome.
it looks so cool.
Yeah. The Spider-Verse one.
Yeah, I think it's a Spider-Verse one. I don't know.
think
We
you're
already
correct.
we just saw today, Thursday, new footage, a new story trailer from Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did
but-
not watch it because
I
I have not seen it. I'm kind of going on blackout now for
Oh,
Spider-Man.
boy.
I already know.
You guys.
I already know I'm buying it. You know.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I don't know. I want to save I'm already sold. You don't need
Yeah.
to sell me anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in response to this question, I think I got a tweet from The Wrong, who wrote in
Okay.
and said, "I'm looking into hearing that Taco Douglas is all in on Destiny 2."
Yes, are you in?
No, these are lies.
Oh.
these are Comic-Con lies. This is like going to Comic-Con and hoping that you're going to see that cool Crystal Dynamics Avengers game, and you're not going to see it.
And you're
So-
seeing instead,
Oh, that
you're
would be
seeing
cool.
Mike playing Destiny 2 with a giant smile on his face.
I like it.
Russell
I could buy that.
Biggerstaff wrote in and said, "Okay, I have a question.
Okay,
Frank's
that's what
original.
this section's for.
I'm just now putting this together. There's almost no video game questions in here at all.
No, I know. It's
Not sure why
very
it's a video
weird.
game podcast. It's okay. I love all of it. Frank's original red hot sauce claims to be the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Do you agree? For me, it's a yes. Yes, it's delicious. Better than other hot sauces, in my opinion. I said that weird. He wrote it as a statement.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that Frank's original red hot sauce? I've never had it in my mouth before.
I'm not a big fan. I've tasted it.
I've had it. It's a little more on the.
It's sweet.
If I'm remembering correctly, yeah, and I'm not really a fan of a sweet hot sauce.
yeah, me neither.
So I'm a Cholula man myself. Cholula all the way. A Tapatio in a pinch.
I much prefer salsas. Hot sauces tend to be a little too vinegary for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
A lot of hot sauces have a vinegar base. It's not usually my thing. This is,
Okay.
But I gotta
this is
say,
an introduction
I do-
to our cooking podcast that we're going to do on Patreon.
But I do have to say though, if you're at Chick-fil-A, that Texas Pete hot sauce mixed with a little ranch, that'll blow your mind.
Seeing Adam do this and people walking by like, what is this concoction?
That sounds
What
very
is this
interesting.
guy doing?
Creating.
It's glorious.
It sounds good.
Just trust me, it's the best thing in the world.
In the world, he says.
World.
Wow.
It's the best thing in Chick-fil-A.
It's good.
Okay.
Mortuary Waltz.
Wrote in with our first and only video game related question.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mortuary.
What is your worst video game fear?
I know what mine is. So
Okay, let me hear it.
your reaction time slows down as you get older.
Okay.
Oh,
And so my fear is I start to notice it and I stop being able to play games like Overwatch or Heroes of the Storm or like something a little bit competitive like that. Like, and
just
I
keep
feel
getting
like
destroyed by the kids.
yeah, and I feel like, well, I mean, that already happens. That's just always going to happen. But I just feel
Right.
like at age 37, I may already be noticing that a little bit. Like when it
Okay.
comes to like Crucible and Destiny 2, I'm not nearly as good as I was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything.
so yeah, my mental decline may have already begun.
Mine is in the same vein. I know mentally it has to happen. There's going to be a day where my kid is better at games than I am.
Oh, it's going to happen. All right.
Whether it's due to my reaction time slowing, like David's talking about, or whether the technology shoots past me and I
Oh,
can't.
you don't keep up.
My mind can't wrap around the newfangled technology. There's too many. There's 37 buttons on the controller, and I'm like, I can't deal with this.
Oh, these dang holograms. I can't do games anymore.
The graphics get right up into my eyes, and I can't see.
Also, I've been day drinking apparently.
David, you been drinking over
No,
there?
this is just water. Just a little bit of water.
Sure. It's moonshine, I think.
Moonshine.
No, just water.
How many X's?
0.
How many X's?
Adam, what about yourself?
Worst gaming fear is to be super into a game and be like crazy far into it, and one of two things happens. Either my console explodes, which was a genuine fear when I was playing The Last of Us.
Yep.
Hey,
My PS3
that
was like
Xbox 360
ramping up.
Had the red ring of death.
Yeah, my fans kept ramping up like crazy on
Oh,
the
man.
on the PS3.
Yep.
And I was like, just don't die until I beat this game. You know, so there's that. But also I think it's so either that's one scenario or the other, which is
I
just
have lived through. My PS3
Yeah.
died during my Mass Effect 2 playthrough.
Oh, no.
And
Yeah.
mind you, that I was not subscribed to PlayStation Plus that time, so I had no cloud saves.
Oh, no.
no cloud save. Yeah.
Started that
So
over.
that's that. You just tapped into the B side of that same
Here
fear
we go.
is that I'm super far in. I'm super loving it. And I'm like 80 hours into this game and somehow my save is gone. And I'm just like, I can't do it again, but
Yeah.
I have to know what happens. Yeah.
Yep.
That's mine.
It's good. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
I like this. Okay, I've only got
I toss and turn.
I've
I
only
toss
got
and turn
one
thinking of those ones.
final question, and
Okay.
I think it's going to segue very beautifully into the ad, which will then segue beautifully into the actual topic.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Okay. All right.
Banana Dreamer wrote in and wrote, roundup of your favorite games per era you played.
Ooh.
Or just the most unforgettable moments, mechanics, music from games you love. Freestyle it. It's a celebration of y'all and your video game loving hearts.
Now, hang on. First of all, Banana Dreamer is from Canada, and I'm pretty sure they are not legally allowed to use the word y'all. So
I don't know.
give that word back. That's ours.
I thought you were going like Vicini on us. Like, Banana Dreamer is from Canada, and Canadians are used to Americans not trusting them. But we would have known that we would have known the origin of Banana Dreamer. Therefore, I can clearly not pick the wine in front of you.
Truly,
So, anyway.
is Disney. Disney.
So yeah, leading into that, Banana Dreamer, you are in luck because tonight's topic comes to you after this message from our sponsor.
Ooh.
So excited.
Patreon, you guys.
This is a new one.
This is a new thing, of course. If you
new
listen to the
endeavor.
very beginning of the episode, you may have noticed that our sponsor was Patreon this time. So, here at SBFVGS, we don't like to be too hasty, right? We kicked
Definitely
around
not.
Patreon ideas off and on for 2 years and some change.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
finally,
pretty sure we
I
have
think,
a spreadsheet floating around somewhere from like 2 years ago at least.
yeah, from March of 2016. Yeah. So anyway, I think we've settled on a setup that will work well for us and will also be awesome for you guys. So
hopefully. I can barely take.
some of the highlights as we
Me
hit
too.
certain tiers will be making the podcast ad free, fully Patreon supported.
That's the first tier. Easy.
yeah.
Yeah. Monthly community game nights, fortnightly Twitch streams with the whole posse here.
Yeah, not just me all by myself,
Yeah.
like a lonely
Early
boy.
podcast episodes for backers.
Oh, yeah.
Which is super cool. Even earlier podcast episodes if you want to watch, listen, and contribute live while we're recording the
Oh,
show
that's
in
right. We
Discord.
can have like a little chat, like kind of fact checking us or adding.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, in addition to that, there will be some exclusive Super Best Friends video game sleepover T-shirts, stickers, swag, also game giveaways. Now, game giveaways legally can't be part of a Patreon exclusive reward, but the funds coming in will help us provide game giveaways to you guys. So that will be super awesome.
Right.
And I think when I say you guys, I'm just going to refer to you as the Super Blessed Friends.
Ooh, that's our Patreon supporters are the super blessed friends.
Super #blessed friends.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And finally, if we see a ton of support on Patreon, we could take the show weekly or even start up a second podcast that we would alternate with our fortnightly Super Best Friends video game sleepover. So depending on what you guys want. Anyway, yeah, if you like the sound of that, if you like what we do here at Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, check it out, patreon.com/SBFVGS.
There was madness in any direction.
Topic time.
Hey, we made it to the topics, and we're only like an
Yes.
hour in.
So
This is a doozy as well.
this is a doozy, but I think I've found a way that we can go through and have it not take 5 years.
Okay.
So
I'll believe it when I see it, Adam.
we'll see. We'll see. We're very good at being very brief here.
I'm going to put a timer on this.
Are we?
Oh, yeah, we've got a great
So,
track record.
The topic tonight, and kind of leaning into what Banana Dreamer was suggesting, was tonight in honor of Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover, episode 100. We have put together the official SBFVGS top 100 games of all time.
Of
I feel like
our
so.
all time, not of
our
all time.
And
Yeah.
I feel like in parentheses, we should probably note that we wrote this list right before we recorded the podcast.
Oh, we wrote it.
Yeah, it's
a couple
possible.
days
Well,
before.
Okay, so this will be a living document. So I feel like as we come across especially awesome games, say like I played Spidey, and I'm like, it blew my mind. 6 out of 5 burritos.
Get Towerfall out of there. Spidey's going
It's
in.
worthy of the list. We might
Right.
say something along those lines. And then every so often we'll update the list. And I feel like it would be a good thing to keep the list on sbfvgs.com.
Oh.
So anyone who's curious can just peruse the list and maybe find some games that you haven't played before.
That
or
is an
finally
interesting
get
idea.
around to a little something that you've been meaning to play, what have you. So, but yeah, I've sorted these so they are in no particular order. We're not going to count down from 100. That kind of stuff's for IGN. Okay.
That's right.
We're also
This
not going to write a
is-
paragraph on each one.
Yeah,
No.
because I'll
So
die.
we're gonna a quick sentiment about each game, perhaps.
Yeah, like
so,
one sentence, not
Yeah,
a run-on
exactly.
sentence, just one normal
exactly.
sentence.
So, and I've sorted them by genre.
okay,
Okay.
Ooh,
I don't know.
fancy.
Do you
Is
guys
that-
speak French?
Yes,
I
oui.
don't,
Oui.
but I'll take your word for whatever it means.
Okay, good. Baguette.
Oh, Jacques
All right.
Cousteau.
L'orange. Okay, so anyway, so they'll fly to the Concords.
Yes.
So
Gerard Depardieu.
So the first genre is sports, and I've combined actually sports and sports slash
We
RPG.
actually have a sports category?
We do.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we're big sport ball fans here.
Sure.
So
Whatever you say.
I've combined sports and sports slash RPG because that would have been the only one of its kind.
Yes.
So first on the list under sports RPG is Pyre.
Okay.
Fantastic game. Choice matters. You got to play it. You have to play it.
I bought it. I will. I promise.
I haven't
it.
played it.
So clearly Mike picked that one. So-
Yeah.
All right. Second on the list, also sports, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
It's a
Haven't
classic.
played
I
it.
can't. I played about 1 bajillion hours of this game because it is so addictive. It's just the most glorious thing to sit there and pull off like a 19 trick combo and then manual and then get to a new ramp and keep it going. It's just mechanically so much fun. So
That was 3 sentences.
So many sentences, Adam. You have to punch it up.
punch it up. Okay, punchier this time.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Meh.
The best rocket car game with soccer ball mechanics I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love Rocket League. It is fantastic. All right, now
what's the
that
next
wraps up
one?
sports. We just had 3. See, that's how it'll go.
Yeah.
we just run through a category.
It's gotta go faster.
We run
We've only
down.
done 3 out of 100.
Must go faster.
Must go faster.
Must go faster. Okay, Goldblum.
Now,
All right, so
do you eventually have dinosaurs on our top
all right.
100
So the
list?
next category is Spookums.
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 The Spookums category. First on the list of Spookums, Dead Space.
Amazing game that I thought I would hate because I thought I hated scary
Put
things.
it on the box.
Yeah.
The Ishimura is like the scariest spaceship in all of sci-fi. It is the most awesome setting. It is like great. Isaac's a cool character. The weapons are amazing. The story's cool. I mean, that's those are all clauses in one long run-on sentence, David.
We're
so
never
stop
gonna
your
make it through
counting.
this
It's like
list.
5
gonna
sentences.
But yeah, Dead Space, a glory of the survival horror genre or the Spookums.
Spookums.
All right, Resident Evil, the original.
Oh.
I feel like we could just reveal the next 4 games.
Yeah, so Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 7. You can skip 3, you can skip 5, you can skip 6.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I never played 0, but I heard it's good. But anyway, so yeah,
All
the
amazing.
first Resident Evil is what made me buy a PlayStation.
Oh.
Resident Evil 2 is the game that like took it to the next level.
Man, that game was
with
incredible.
with the alternate storylines and everything, and just
I
still
can't wait
so
to
good.
replay the remake. I'm very excited for
Yeah.
the remake.
Yeah, 4 reinvented the series with the over-the-shoulder camera and a more actiony vibe, but still scary. An incredible game. And then 7 again reinvented the series and made it scary again. First person, glorious VR. I mean, those games, Resident Evil, they've had their missteps, but what a fantastic series.
Yeah.
They claimed 4 spots in the top 100.
Wow.
And then the last Spookums game, Silent Hill 2.
Oh, the game that you wouldn't have beaten if it weren't for me because you were always too scared to play.
Yep.
Yep.
Mike, what is your thought on Silent Hill 2?
It's very scary and there's mist everywhere.
That was the first one. The second one's a little better.
Okay. Yeah. And it's an amazing story if you haven't played Silent Hill 2. Okay, moving along. Shooters. So this is not FPS. This is like your run and gun style
Ah, okay. 2D shooter.
Cuphead. Glorious Cuphead. This made my top 100, my
Okay.
contribution to the list. It is just brutally difficult, fantastic game, glorious aesthetic, so much fun. There you have it. That's why it's
there
on
you
the
go.
list.
A lovely soundtrack.
Ooh.
Yeah, incredible soundtrack. Go check that out if you haven't. Contra for the NES. This is a game. This is like the game that my brother and I played constantly. You had to do the code up, down, left, right,
Oh,
left, right,
you
BA
can't
start.
beat that game without the code.
You
No,
gotta
cannot.
have the 30. Got to get 30 rest, whatever that means, and then you gotta make it all the way through. So that it's just it's a classic. It's still so much fun. You got to play that if you haven't.
All right, we've gone through 9 games.
Yeah, I think we're
Out of
doing
100.
well. We're doing well.
Okay.
Well, it took us 7 minutes to do that.
Okay, we're averaging almost a minute a game. So only 90 more minutes. All right, so let me run down the RPGs. I'll do this real quick. So RPGs, Child of Light. Thought, Mike.
It's beautiful and it's well written, and you should play it.
Okay.
Chrono Trigger.
It's the best game ever made.
Wow.
All right, Fallout 3.
Huge and expansive, ends with a Bible verse.
Oh.
Ooh.
But you didn't know that, huh?
That's
You'd have to
that's why I
beat
made it. Final Fantasy 6.
The best Final Fantasy.
Wow.
Final Fantasy 7.
The best
It's
Final
on there
Fantasy.
because it's the best Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 7 was fun when I played it. It's unplayable now.
Mass Effect 2.
I
The best
beat it
Mass
6
Effect?
times.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
the best Mass Effect, I would say.
Yeah,
The only one I played. Ni no Kuni, an amazing JRPG. It brought back my faith in the JRPG.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Studio Ghibli art. Great music. Expansive. Wonderful. David, Skyrim.
I have put more than 100 hours into this game, which is the most time I've ever spent playing a single game in my life.
Mike, The Witcher 3.
I have played over 300 hours of this game, and I will still continue playing it, but I won't play Gwent.
What are the odds they would be right next to each other on the list? That's insane.
All right. And then I have Transistor on there. That's my pick. I guess it's probably on your picks as well, guys. But yeah,
Nah.
6 out of 5 burritos. Enough
One of my
said.
favorite games of all time, and one of my favorite soundtracks of all time.
Yes. All right. Racing. We've made it to the racing genre. Jet Moto. This is another one. My brother and I have so much nostalgia for it because my brother and I played it like a billion hours.
Yeah.
We got incredibly good at it, and you know I've shared the story before, but it is just a wonderful, wonderful game. PlayStation 1, glorious. Road Rash, Genesis, riding motorcycles, swinging chains at fools while you're racing,
Sounds
upgrading
crazy.
your bike. Yeah, dodging traffic, upgrading your bikes. It's like nothing else. I wish they would make a new wonderful Road Rash game for me every year.
Every year.
Super Mario Kart
The first racing game I ever fell in love with, and still one of my favorites.
I think
and
it's very
battle
fair.
mode, man. That battle mode, still
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yep.
Battle Course 4, baby. All right,
Okay.
and Wipeout XL is the last
Also
game
amazing.
in the racing genre. We have basically it did everything great that Wipeout 1 did, but did it better and it looked prettier, and it's just a fantastic, wonderful racing game.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a one game we have a one game genre
We
call and a puzzle shooter,
Oh, yeah,
and this
puzzle
is
shooter.
Velocity 2X. You want to talk about that one, Mike?
top down sort of racing platformer that switches into 2D side scrolling puzzle platformer. It's fantastic, and you should play it a bunch.
Excellent.
These rapid fires
inside-
they gotta go faster, guys. These rapid fires.
This is the best. We're going very rapidly. We're getting right through the list. Inside the puzzle platformer genre. Inside, again, 6 out of 5 burritos. Enough said. Is glorious. If you have not played
Delightfully
Inside,
absurd.
yeah, it's absurd. It's dark. It grosses you out. It's creepy.
Yep.
It's wonderful. So
I like that Adam he's incapable of rapid fire. He cannot.
He has to say the same thing.
okay, here we go. The Witness puzzle game. We're in the puzzle genre proper
puzzle
now.
category now. Yeah.
Puzzle category proper now. The Witness. That game. It is.
You can't
It's.
do it.
I'm gonna say it's beautiful and it's super difficult and it's so rewarding. And play it if you have not.
Okay.
Okay.
The Swapper.
Spooky puzzles
Again,
in space.
Yeah, super spooky puzzles in space with swapping. It gets twisted. It gets the aesthetic is glorious.
On purpose, I know it's.
He's got to be doing this on purpose.
Okay, moving along. The Secret of Monkey Island.
Wait, was this the one that was fully voiced?
Not at the time.
No, this is the
okay,
text-based
okay.
adventure. I mean, it
Okay.
was a graphic adventure, but yeah, it was
Gotcha.
text. It's just one of those cornerstone games for me. One of the best adventure games of all time.
It's hilarious.
Tetris.
Very Russian.
Very Russian. It's just one of those games that never gets old.
It's one of those
You can
games that
play Tetris
everyone
forever.
plays.
It's super Russian, and that's the thing right now. People love it.
Oh,
The hot
Everyone
thing.
loves Russia right now.
Let's move on.
Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery.
I love it. It's very good. I played it
Best
on an iPad.
iOS game.
That's it. Here, let me expound on that.
Oh gosh.
All right. Yeah, play it if you haven't. I'll
Yeah.
add that.
It's got some sweet music.
Yes.
It's got great music. Jim Guthrie. You kidding
Yeah,
me?
that's his
that
name.
soundtrack?
Yeah.
The artwork's incredible. Capybara, baby.
Yeah.
Capybara.
Capybara, baby.
Portal 2 is next on the list for the puzzle category.
The funniest puzzle game I ever played.
Yes. And ingenious puzzles.
Valve's last story-driven single-player game.
Oh, that's a good point.
I still hold out hope for Portal 3.
I would love it.
Next on the list, Myst. The original click around and hear the story and figure out the puzzles game. And
Sounds
it's so amazing.
amazing.
I still love it. It broke so much ground. Machinarium.
It's an atom.
This game.
Gorgeous art, fantastic soundtrack, awesome puzzles.
Yes. Play it if you have not. Dr. Mario.
Solve all your problems with drugs.
Better than Tetris.
Yeah, Dr. Mario's, I would say, better than Tetris for sure.
Yeah.
Great music. It's the best head-on-head puzzle mode ever.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yep.
Head-on-head? Head-on.
Head on head.
Head on head.
Player.
Don't Google it.
1v1. Player v player, we'll say.
Yes, Broken Age.
Another amazing LucasArts style graphic adventure puzzle game.
Incredible
Broken
story,
Age.
incredible cast, incredible visuals. Play it.
Loved it.
Yes. That rounds out the puzzle genre. All right, moving on to platform games. We have I'm just going to plow through all of these, the ones that are obviously together.
Yes.
Super Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers 2, 3, World, and Galaxy, and 64. All of those games deserve a spot. I mean, 1, for obvious reasons, it broke so much ground. 2, because it's so weird and so different.
It wasn't
3,
an
because
Mario game.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
3 because it perfected that side-scrolling Mario.
Yep.
4 because it took that perfected Mario formula and somehow made it better.
Even better, yeah.
Super Mario 64 because it blew it wide open and
Somehow
basically
successfully
revolutionized.
transformed 2D to 3D. That's
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
And then Galaxy, that's just my own personal favorite.
It's
Mario
really good.
game, so
that game
I
got
love
me
it
through
so
my
much.
anxiety. So
Yeah. So that blasts through those ones. Sonic 2 is on here, David.
yeah, I put that on there. I have the most fond memories. Let's see. Colorful, fun, amazing music. Great co-op mode.
Excellent. Shovel Knight.
It's Castlevania Mega Man. I love it.
Yeah,
That's a
very
great
accurate.
description. With a knight with a shovel.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim, glorious hand-drawn animation, funny sense of humor, very juvenile.
Very juvenile. Did not age well.
Did not age well, but at the time it was wonderful.
Yep.
Donkey Kong Country. This is the
Did age well.
David,
Yes.
take it because I'll rant about this
Okay.
one.
First 3D graphics in a video game. Beautiful soundtrack and still great gameplay to this day.
Yep. Crash Bandicoot. It really kicked in my OCD. I had to break every box in the entire game.
You needed all that Wampa
Those
fruit.
Beautiful graphics. Naughty Dog really just getting their feet wet, just getting started.
Yeah.
Glorious. Celeste, this was a recent one for me. I've just recently reviewed it on the show if you want to hear my full thoughts on it, but I'll just say this. Rock solid gameplay, incredible visuals and storytelling. And yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Rock Band in the music category. We're kicking into music now.
Created a genre that is no longer around.
Well, so Guitar Hero, right, kind of created it, but Rock Band, I feel like perfected it.
Okay, sure.
For me.
Sure. Yeah,
for me, because you could play drums, you could sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, boom, right here. Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, man. What can
original.
you say about Parappa the Rapper other than kick, punch, block?
Yeah.
That's
Kick,
all you
punch,
gotta
it's all
say.
in the mind. That's all I'm
All
saying.
in the mind.
All right, moving into Metroidvanias. We have, of course, the prototype
Has to be.
Metroidvania, Super Metroid.
Yeah. Just beautiful graphics, beautiful soundtrack. That's still amazing gameplay to this day. I'm just saying that on every of my games, by the way.
It invented the genre that is still so
Metroid
awesome.
technically invented
Well,
it.
yeah, Metroid did the series.
Yeah.
And Metroid and Castlevania together kind of did, but hence the name.
Hence the category, Metroidvania.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Wait, did you skip
Michael.
Guacamelee?
Shh. No spoilers. No
You
spoilers.
can't see the list, David.
Oh, whoops.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night is Super Metroid with RPG stuff in it. It's fantastic.
And then Guacamelee, David.
Sorry.
Guacamelee is my personal favorite Metroidvania game. So it had to make the list.
Hey, we're more than halfway through the list now.
Yeah, we're cooking now.
now
You
we're
better
cooking.
chop it up. That took 18 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Cranking it up here. All right. So FPS, first person shooters,
Okay.
BioShock and BioShock Infinite.
Yep.
Story,
I'm not sure
amazing
what
story
we can
driven.
I would say master world building.
Yeah. Creepy vibe sometimes, other times beautiful.
Yeah. Incredible world building. Gorgeous. Fun gameplay. Descent.
The first
This
game I
game-
ever played
yeah.
with 3 people at once in a single player game because we couldn't all do the controls at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. There's way too many buttons, but
Yeah.
man, what a revolutionary game. Incredible. Play Descent if you haven't.
It's
Wonderful
really good.
times. GoldenEye for being the first person shooter that kind of introduced it to the masses and so many millions of hours wasted playing GoldenEye.
Odd job is cheating.
Odd job is
Odd
cheating.
Job is
Slappers
super
only.
cheating. Yeah. Half-Life 2.
Still one of my favorite games of all time.
It's a
All
shame it will
these years
never
later.
end.
What?
It's a shame that will never.
Oh yeah,
end.
there'll never
Yeah.
be an end to that story. Yeah.
I know, that's sad. And then Wolfenstein, the reboot on the PS4, Xbox One.
Amazing.
Love the storytelling so much in this game. It brought that series back to life, which, Wolfenstein 3D was the first person shooter I ever played. And so I have to give props to this one. It's on the list. Fighting game category.
So
Are you guys
Mike's
ready?
category is what I'm hearing.
Could be.
I picked 2 of these too.
did.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All
is
right.
it-
So Marvel
Yeah, okay.
Marvel versus Capcom 2.
The
Michael.
most fun Marvel game, horribly broken, but incredibly fun.
Street Fighter 2.
Got addicted when I was a kid, spent more money than I probably earned today.
And Tekken 3, this is another one of me and my brother just played it for a billion hours. Like I got really good at Xiao Yu and it was infuriating for him because he was like all about like grabs and holds and that stuff. And I was like all about the combos, baby. All about the sweet combos. All right, moving along to another genre that only has one game in it, Mario Paint.
Yeah, this was my pick. This game taught me how to use a mouse. So, that's half my job nowadays. So, if it weren't for Mario Paint, well, maybe I'd be doing something different. So,
Oh man, so that's the creative genre.
yeah.
All right, now we made it to arcade. So running down the list, Galaga,
Wow.
just an incredible space upward scrolling, I guess you would call it, vertical scroll shooter. I play it all the time still to this
Yeah,
day.
it's still fun.
One of the best games ever to grace the arcade, I would say. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Now, they have Punch-Out in the arcade. I think we've wrongfully labeled this one. But this one maybe should have been in sports, even though it's kind of a boss rush game. But Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, one of my favorite games of all time. It's all about learning boss after boss after boss and figuring out the timing, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man is a game that even my friend who doesn't play games like will go to an arcade and play it still. Like it's just one of those games. Like everyone loves it.
Yeah, it's so good. Resogun.
It's a fantastic arcade game in an era where there are no arcade games anymore.
Yeah,
it's true.
Housemarque at their finest, I would say.
Very good.
All right, and then we have a couple of the old school beat 'em ups in the arcade. They're so much fun. The Simpsons arcade machine. Mm-hmm. It was just a good time, just button mashing, good times, and also the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade machine, the original.
What I loved about the Simpsons one is how the developers clearly barely ever watched the show, and then the TMNT
so
one.
Much fun.
I remember playing that game at every birthday party that was in an arcade ever.
Yep,
always.
Yes,
yep.
I remember. I sank.
Yep.
I sank $5 into that TMNT arcade machine just to beat it once. It was so good.
It was worth it too. $5.
Yeah. All right. So we moved on to adventure games. First on the list, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. That was my pick. It's obviously, I've talked about it on the show a million times, but it is one of those games that it made me cry just with a game mechanic. And I've never encountered that before or since.
Yeah.
Yep.
Device 6.
Is that the J.J. Abrams joint?
I don't know.
Device 6 is an iPad game that it might be on other platforms as well. It's the most unique approach I've ever seen taken to a puzzle game. I loved it.
All right, Journey.
I
mean, what can you say? What can you say? It's like an incredible. It's so hard to describe.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. It's a 2-hour experience. Play it all in one sitting if you've never played Journey. Everyone gets something different from it. It's beautiful. Play it.
Yep.
Walking Dead Season 1.
Oh, man.
Really cool game with really cool choice before we all got really sick of those Telltale games.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, it was. None of us were burnt out yet, so all of us could just love it for what it was. And the story was so good. And then finally, in the adventure category, Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Yeah, this one made me cry.
Oh, it's such a great game.
Really great
Play
game.
it if you have not. It's this whimsical take on World War I that is still also crazy heartfelt and can be very sad. You can learn a ton of history from it.
Yep.
I digress. Action stealth genre.
Oh.
Okay. We have Metal Gear Solid, the original on the PS1.
It's a good
Broke
game.
so much ground. For cinematics in games, for stealth in games, for voice acting in games.
Definitely in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah. And then Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. It's this awesome James Bond kind of version of the Metal Gear Solid story. Got a bunch of new survival elements to it. Fantastic game.
That was my favorite Metal Gear.
Yeah, I played it years and years and years later and still loved it. So, and then also rounding out the action stealth, The Last of Us. This game, we've said it many times on the show. This is probably my favorite game of all time.
Yeah.
Very good. One of the best games ever made.
Story made me cry in the first 15 minutes.
Yes.
And I was just
masterful
from then.
So jumping into action adventure.
This is a big category.
It is a big one.
This is a beefy one. So ever since Guybrush Threepwood and Monkey Island, I've loved some pirates in video games. And so Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag / Boats had to be on the list. I played the dickens out of it. I loved it so much.
Dickens, right out. The Dickens were right out of it.
Yes. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight.
Yep, the
trilogy.
Such a great trilogy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's the perfect Batman games. If you like Batman, if you like video games, there you go. They have Metroidvania in there a little bit.
They may be my favorite Batman like favorite visual, like fully realized Batman universe. In fact, like I think I might like it better than the cartoon, than the movies, than the comics. Even maybe I don't know. Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
Mike. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
One of the most unique sort of horror genre games I've ever played. Messed around with your character as much as it messed around with you as the player. Really, really unique. I would love to see them make another game.
All right. Flashback. This is one of my favorite games of all time. 2D, beautiful rotoscoped animation, awesome 90s sci-fi kind of story. What else can I say? Wonderful. Grand Theft Auto 3. This is the one that changed everything, right?
Yeah.
It blew up the open world sandbox genre, as we called it back then. And
made Rockstar into a household name.
Yeah, made Rockstar into a household name. You got to play this game. Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a brand new entry. It's only a year old. I loved this game to death. I got the platinum. This is one of my very favorite games of this generation. It had to be on the list.
Absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's all right.
I haven't beaten it yet.
All right, Eco. The first game from from Team Eco, obviously. Wonderful.
It was the first game I ever played where I was like, this is art. This is art.
It's such a wonderful piece of art as far as like making you feel connected to the non-playable character and caring about what happens to this video game character. It was one of the first games to really do that for me ever. LA Noire.
It's the greatest detective game I've ever played. I love it as a genre, and I would love there to be another one someday.
Awesome. Out of This World / Another World / Otherworldly or something. There's many names for this game, but it is an incredible cinematic action adventure sci-fi game in the vein of Flashback. So obviously this and Flashback are very closely tied to my heart. Loved them both so much. Shadow of the Colossus. One of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. It just got a remake on PS4. If you have not played it, pick that up because it's gorgeous on PS4. Boss rush, climbing enemies, beautiful artwork, beautiful music. Just do it.
Just do it, Nike.
Just do it.
Let's do these rapid fire.
Okay. Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, and Breath of the Wild.
Link to the Past has some of my favorite pixel art ever. Ocarina of Time blew my mind. First RPG that I just got, like, I felt like the world was gigantic. And then Breath of the Wild, the world actually just was gigantic.
And Mike, you said Link to the Past is the best of them all?
That's my favorite.
Well, you haven't played Breath of the Wild, so
I don't need to. Does Link have pink hair in that one?
I bet he could.
All right. So we are down to the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7?
Final
No,
7.
8.
Maybe?
The final 7.
There's
Final
8.
7.
Oh, there is 7. You're right.
Yep.
So
Sorry.
I know I literally just beat this game, but it had to make the list. It is one of the best games I've played.
We all agree.
In decades.
Yeah.
God of War for the PS4. Mm-hmm. It's a masterpiece. You heard me talk about it earlier. Say no
Upcoming
more.
spoiler cast.
Oh, yes.
Upcoming spoiler
Yeah, now we
cast,
can
yes.
do it. Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
So really, really good. Really large. Best Western game ever made.
Ooh, that's
Awesome.
That's good. I like that.
Spec Ops: The Line. Michael.
I feel like we've talked about this game so much, you must be sick of it by now.
Yeah. I know about this game.
It's incredible. You have it was some of the best storytelling I've ever seen in games.
Yep. Spider-Man 2.
Swinging around New York better than anyone had done it before.
Yeah.
And really probably the best Spider-Man game up until the new one that's coming out this September.
Man, that's a lot of faith, but you're probably right.
Yeah. Towerfall Ascension. It is like the gift that never stops giving me joy. I love this game so much.
Nice.
Every time we have people over, we boot this thing up and everyone has a blast every time.
Wow.
Yeah. It had to be on the list. It just had to. And then the final two. Uncharted 2. Probably the greatest Uncharted game of the PS3 era.
The best,
I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
The best third-person action adventure game of all time, I'm going to say.
Wow, that's very high praise.
Yeah.
It did things that no one else was doing. Buildings falling over while you're in them, being on a
Trains.
moving train,
Craziness.
Vehicle levels and stuff. That it was just incredible, all while being incredibly cinematic and having a wonderful story and incredible voice cast. So, and then Uncharted 4 had to be on the list because it wrapped up the Uncharted series so well.
Great
I think it's
character
the best
development.
Uncharted game.
Okay. I don't
Uncharted
agree.
4, I think, is my favorite Uncharted game of all. We have a whole spoiler cast on that if you want to hear us gab on and on for an hour on it. So, but yeah, that
There it is.
rounds out, that finishes the SBFVGS official
man.
We did
top
it.
100 games of all time. We did it. It didn't take terribly long.
It took like 30 minutes.
It took 30
was
minutes.
pretty long.
32 minutes. This is pretty long. God bless each and every one of you that stuck around. Holy smokes.
Yes. All right. So, you guys,
Yeah.
it's about time for end of the show plugs for men and women and AI.
Yes.
Keep up with us at sbfvgs.com. That's where you can find links to our episodes, social media, Twitch channel, merchandise, and more. Of course, get over there to that patreon.com/sbfvgs.
there,
That's gonna become more and more kind of the base of operations. So yeah, get over there if you want, like I said, if you like what we do, you want to see us doing more of it. The best ways to support the show are Patreon, subscribing on Twitch at
that one's free if you have Amazon Prime, by the
twitch.tv/sbfvgs. Yeah, that one's free if you have the Prime. And then leaving us an iTunes review saying how delightful the show is.
And how delightful our faces are, maybe?
Well,
I think so.
Yeah, probably.
I think so. So, a very special thanks to Eric Kruger for our podcast logo and for his handsome face.
I can't do this on camera. It's too weird.
You have to. Mike, you have to do it on camera.
Okay.
Come on.
Hold on. Cue me up again.
First-
Give me the line.
A very special thanks to Eric Kruger for our podcast logo and his handsome face. You can follow on Twitter at SBFVGS Podcast. I'm Barry White on there. That's BURYWITE. Mike is Taco Douglas. David is David J. Tate.
Me.
You can also check those Twitter profiles for a PSN, Switch info, or maybe Steam. Who knows what's on there? If you want to play
maybe.
games with us online and be our friend. And that's all the time we have for Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover episode 100. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back every 2 weeks with our top 100 Mass Effect romance tips and other talk on gaming. Hit us up with your questions, topics, or musings if you want to be part of the show. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
See you guys. Still not clapping.
Still not clapping. Whatever. It's fine.
Clap.
After
Mike,
100
come on.
episodes.
Cursed pants. Best offer.
Cursed pants.
First man.
You actually might get some takers if you write that.